Okay, guys, welcome to a Sports Matter special. Chris Jericho, 30 years, the GOAT. You know, there's not a bad word you can say about Chris Jericho. He's been ever active. Yeah, his first match, I believe, was obviously 30 years ago, but it was against Lance. It was a Lance Storm, I think. Yeah, Lance Storm. Yeah. In Canada. He's gone on to do some huge things. Obviously, he's won belts in every, organization he's been in. We'll never forget that millennium when he came to WWE. Obviously, being the double champ. These days, he's in All Elite Wrestling, drinking a bit of the bubbly. But I love Chris Jericho. We've been lucky enough. I know Jonathan's met him in person. I've seen him in Straight Avenue with Fozzy, which was bizarre. I somehow fist pumped him. But lads, Chris Jericho, 30 years. The man is iconic when it comes to wrestling. He's ever present.
The thing with Chris is that I've never seen anyone reinvent themselves so much.
Yeah. He's just that.
I think the only one that comes close is Undertaker, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like 30 years ago, he had his first match, recorded match, obviously Lance Storm in Canada. Apparently, he's had over 2,500 matches. It's what can you say about the man? Obviously, we've seen him in WCW.
Yeah.
That's when I first remember Chris. I know he goes all the way back to to early days, obviously fighting in Japan.
And he was in ECW as well afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, ECW. Obviously, there's some early matches with Guerrero. Like, first of all, Phil, what's your first kind of memories with Jericho? Would it be in the WCW days, or would it be?
It's actually not WCW because we actually didn't have those channels to watch WCW.
I remember in the black box.
Yeah, the first time I actually saw him was actually on Raw when he did the Millennium.
What was your impression when he first came?
I was like, who is this? I was like 12 or so or 13, and I was like, what is this guy like? Has a death wish to interrupt The Rock?
Yeah. It was surreal. Like, Johnny, can you recall your first Jericho moment? Was it WCW or was it that Raw moment?
I'm pretty sure. I think it was WCW. I got the VHS of Uncensored '99, and it was him against Perry Saturn. I'm pretty sure it was a dog collar match, and the loser
I only watched it recently.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah. I remember. Now, I'm not 100% sure now if I saw that before he came into WWE, because I got it on the video later on, so I can't remember. It was either that or the Millennium debut, because I remember seeing that for the first time on like Livewire. I didn't watch it actually on Raw that week. It was on like Livewire on the Friday at a friend's house. So I remember watching that well, but I can't remember, did I see the uncensored one first? I'm pretty sure I did. But he left an impression straight away anyway. Like, even though he was a heel at the time, I still liked him as a kid.
What about yourself, Gar?
It was definitely WCW, because I used to watch WCW on TCM on the old black box, and I used to, obviously it wasn't live, but I always remember him fighting, for the television title and stuff. But like Jericho, lads, he's definitely one of the greatest of all time. I never knew his dad actually played ice hockey for New York Rangers. His dad's Ted Irwin, which is bizarre.
Yeah, he actually had him on his podcast recently, which was a very interesting listen.
Yeah, it's like, what can we say about him? And obviously, he's been on the independent scene since 1990. He's wrestled for ECW, WCW. WWE, WWF, obviously New Japan Pro Wrestling, obviously All Elite Wrestling. The only one he hasn't really been with is Impact.
Yeah, and that was very, very close, actually.
Yeah, it was. I remember.
Yeah, funnily enough.
But like, he's pretty much won everything when it comes to WWE.
And the thing is, he's not even slowing down. He's smart enough to know what he can do at his age.
Yeah,
like he knows that he can't have these long, drawn-out matches, so he knows what to do, and there's just no one like him. He's unbelievable.
Yeah,
he's so good when it comes to psychology. Like, he can still pull off really good matches just by, really playing on the storytelling end. He can really get the most out of that. Like, even and he can still take a fair few bumps for his age. Like, he's still pretty good in that regard. Like, so yeah, you know, he keeps getting better in you know, whatever way he tries to, like.
And I'm really, really looking forward to this MGF and him feud because it's really kicking off.
Yeah, it is. And I think he actually admires MJF as well in All Elite Wrestling. I think he really admires him.
Yeah. Like, he should have been feuding with him instead of Cassidy first day.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, 100% agree with that. Like, that was just a waste of time.
Yeah,
you know,
basically.
I mean, Jericho's so much better than that. I mean, he was probably digging that because he likes that kind of
kind of getting people over, kind
over
of
the top. I'll be kind and say over the top kind of stuff, like. But
So, what would be your actual favorite Jericho match?
It's. I was just going to get to that. So I think the time he won the Undisputed Championship, he had that little red tint in his yellow hair. His banding with that. But I think that night when he became Undisputed Champion, no one really expected it. Obviously, he beat on The Rock. Was it last time on The Rock? It was, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, on the same night, yeah.
Yeah, like for me, that was iconic. Obviously, that little turn of Vince McMahon. The man's iconic. I think, obviously, after the Undisputed Championship, he won a couple of world heavyweight titles and stuff. But obviously, he's a great Intercontinental Champion. Obviously, his time with China was unique. But for me, the Undisputed Championship was iconic, lads. When it comes to Jericho matches, I always remember some matches he had with Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, unbelievable stuff. Yeah.
Some great matches with Mysterio, but like, what would stand out for you first, Johnny? Like, would it be becoming Undisputed Champion, or would it be more the debut, or would it be, the feuds?
In terms of an actual match for quality, I'd say probably him and The Rock at No Mercy in 2001, just a few months actually before the Undisputed title. I love that match. That's one of my sentimental favorites, because I really, not only for the match quality, it's such a good match. It's really nicely old school kind of built, but I just wanted him to win that so badly, and I didn't think he would, because the Rock, was kind of the golden goose back then, so when he actually won, I was just over the top, over the moon, I should say. But kind of the same thing with the Undisputed title win as well. I never I thought Austin was going to win that, Austin or The Rock. I think everybody kind of assumed it would come down to Austin versus Rock, and it would be one of them. So when he won it, I was just like, holy shit, that's awesome. In terms of match quality, it's a toss up between that one with The Rock, WrestleMania 19 with Shawn, and the ladder match with Shawn. I mean, pretty much all of his matches with Shawn were unreal, but the ladder match and WrestleMania 19 are really high up there. They're the ones that come to mind straight away anyway.
Yeah, I know. Phil, what about you, my man?
I actually have a few, but one of them really annoys me, so I'm just going to get it out of the way first. Fully Loaded 2000.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, with Triple H.
But that match, that really pissed me off, because that pay-per-view was supposed to be built as the new stars, and they every one of the young stars were battered on that show.
Yeah.
They had Kurt Angle losing to Taker. They had Jericho losing to Triple H, and Benoit lost to The Rock, which was but that match is so good.
Yeah.
And I was I just don't like him losing in it. I just think he should have won.
Yeah.
And then you have the ladder match with Benoit at Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'd forgotten about that.
That's so underrated.
Really,
that's
really
under the radar.
Yeah, it is.
We're going to talk about it.
Yeah, but even
massive.
Even these matches with Rob Van Dam. I remember he had a match with Rob Van Dam at Unforgiven 2001.
Yep.
Boy, Christ, that was some match.
Yeah, that was a weird one, because he was put in the hardcore title picture for a while.
Yeah, I was just thinking there, was that for the hardcore title? I'd forgotten about that one as well. Interesting.
That was a great match. And even the match with Mysterio with Bash, because I always remember he had some great matches with Mysterio.
Yeah. And even his little run with CM Punk that a lot of people talk about was pretty good.
Yeah. There was one episode
that WrestleMania match that's a really underrated WrestleMania gem, I think. Punk, that's WrestleMania 28, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
That was freaking fantastic. And that feud, I mean, that was edgy stuff, so I mean,
they did an even better match.
Just a master of reinvention.
They did an even better match at the next one.
Yeah.
Extreme Rules or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, there's not enough we could say about Jericho. Like, he's just incredible. Even his match at Wrestle Kingdom against Kenny Omega. You know, that's 2 years ago, still being at the top of the game. But speaking of his, you know, GOAT status, lads, is it fair to say that Jericho belongs easily in the top 5 or top 10?
Yeah, top 5.
Yeah. For me, top 5.
Yeah, definitely. I think for sure top 10, if not top 5. One other moment I just want to bring up there that sprung into my head in terms of actual moments rather than matches that I just thought was amazing. By everybody involved, it was just fantastic. Was when he was having the feud with Shawn and he damaged Shawn's eye.
Oh, yeah.
At SummerSlam. Shawn was going to, by the way, retire, and then Jericho accidentally hits Shawn's wife. Oh, that was good stuff. Like, that was so well pulled off. I was watching that with my sister, and she was completely fooled. You know, she was like, "Oh, geez, that has to be real." And you know, she was badmouthing wrestling 10.
Yeah, it's chemistry.
Yeah, you can still do it. Like,
just speaking of moments, actually, there was one of my favorite ever moments was the Raw where he beat Triple H for the world belt in 2000.
I remember that was a shock.
Well, he didn't actually win the belt, but it's just the pop, the reaction that he actually gets.
Oh, it's huge.
Insane.
The place goes crazy. Yeah, that was a big disappointment when it gets reversed, like with Earl Hebner and all. That was good stuff, though. It was good stuff. But yeah, you're right. That pop was.
But the thing as well is because, like, in '99, he kind of drift away for a while.
He did. He did. He was kind of like he was in New Japan Pro Wrestling, I think, and then he went to Raw and stuff. But his career, like, obviously he's taken breaks. Obviously he's done stuff for Fozzy. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Obviously he's got these awesome cruise ships that I want to actually go on. I'm sure we'll make one of them at some stage. He might invite us.
Actually, Kurt Angle just got announced for the new
one. That's just telling you the star power that Jericho has. Like, it's people believe his greatest match was against Michaels at WrestleMania 19.
Yeah.
That's what everyone says. That was his best match. Like, he could still challenge for the All Elite Wrestling Championship, you know, World Heavyweight Championship. He still has that power. Like, I know Moxley's doing his thing at the moment, but like, Johnny, what was it like meeting him? Because obviously I fist pumped him in Cypress Avenue Cork.
I was the same. I got a fist pump.
What was he like, Johnny? Was he did he seem really chilled?
Oh yeah, he was really laid back. He was really cool. I only talked to him for a little bit, but no, he was really nice and polite. Like I told him, you know, that the feud with Shawn was my favorite of his career. Like, it's one of my favorites in general. And you know, he just said, like, you know, thanks, and I absolutely loved that. That's my favorite run of my career as well. Like, so yeah, he was really cool, really cool. You got the picture back here?
I can see it.
he was pretty cool.
This is a message to Inside the Ropes and Cypress Avenue. Obviously, COVID-19, lads, is here. But Kenny and Inside the Ropes and Cypress Avenue, please, God, when it's safe to do so, and hopefully next year, we're back on track. Please bring Y2J to Cork. It's going to sell out.
Yes.
Like, we want to meet Jericho. Q&A 1, Q&A 2. Please bring Chris Jericho to Cork. Was he in Dublin? Did he come to Dublin that time?
He was in Cork. And
I think so.
I think he was in Dublin as well, yeah.
No, he didn't come to Cork.
I think he did.
Yeah, I was here. I was in Cork
as well.
I saw him.
Oh, no, that was with Fozzy, though.
All right, okay.
Yeah, no, I mean a meet and greet. Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
I think he did an Inside the Ropes in Dublin about 2 or 3 years ago, I think.
Yeah. Oh, man, I missed it. Like, yet again, lads, it's creatively, he's a genius. Like, we're watching a lot of stuff in All Elite Wrestling at the moment where a little bit of the bubbly, like, he's still so creative. Like, do you think he's, you know, he still has that hunger, Phil, when it comes to
100%.
wrestling and
like, his team song is my favorite wrestling song at the moment. It's so good.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably mine as well.
I love the fan interaction.
Yeah, he's quite active on Twitter. I know Phil Brother's got a couple of retweets.
Oh, loads. He's every day there for the last week. He was getting one. It was quite funny.
Yeah, I don't know. It's You know what I mean?
And he actually, to be fair, he wished my brother a happy birthday on Twitter.
Really?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He is the absolute man. Like, what do you reckon's next for him in All Elite Wrestling, Phil? Do you reckon he's going to go on a match for another title?
An MJF feud.
You think so?
Yeah. Well, it's after starting last week, so we're going to kick off there now tonight.
Yeah, it's. Can you ever see him go back?
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Can you ever see him go back to WWE?
Oh, definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll finish his career in WWE for sure. I'd imagine. I mean, you'd never know, but like,
he'll get a Hall of
in
Fame
some capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. In some capacity, he's going to finish up there, whether it's Hall of Fame and some minor on-screen role or something like that. Like, even if he's finished wrestling, by the time he gets back there, he'll make it back. Because, I mean, he's a surefire Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he wants to actually do commentary when he's done.
Yeah, he'd be great in the commentary.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Put it this way,
really
lads.
Interesting.
Right? Just imagine this, right? Chris Jericho turns around to Vince McMahon and says, "Look, Vince, I'm done. I'm not going to wrestle anymore." And then obviously he goes to All Elite Wrestling. I think apparently the rumor was he gave Vince his word he wasn't going to go.
Yeah.
Do you think Vince was extremely pissed off?
Oh yeah.
In
Probably.
that it was there was loyalty there, or is it just the case Vince didn't want him going there at all?
Basically what you just said there, like he didn't want him going there.
Yeah.
Like,
Jericho's a prime piece of real estate. Like, Vince doesn't want anybody else cashing in on that. I'd imagine he was.
That's what AEW are missing at the moment. A big name to jump.
Yeah. Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. Do you think that Jericho, like when it comes to fan interaction, do you think he's probably the best at it?
Yeah. Definitely.
He seems to have time. Like when you look at all the wrestlers on Twitter, right? So Johnny and myself and Phil, obviously, three of us are always on Twitter. And like I know Randy Orton does a few things here and there.
Yeah. But
like when it comes to fan interaction, it just seems like Jericho is always wishing people happy birthday, always tweeting, always thanking people. You know what I mean? Surely that's it just goes to show immensely what he's like in real life.
Oh yeah. I'd say he's one of the nicest, like you, Johnny met him, but I'd say he's one of the nicest guys around, right?
Yeah. He's just...
Yeah, no, he seems really cool. And I think, I think there's a purpose to that as well. Why he's so active on social media is he knows how to stay relevant. And that's a big part of it. Like, that fan interaction now and being present on social media. And, he has a big presence on it. Like, so yeah, he knows how to use that for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. Let's speak about his entrance. Like his entrance is so unique, but that shiny entrance, when he was back in the WWE days, like his entrance is iconic, lads. Absolutely iconic. Like, does it still give you shivers when you watch that Raw debut? Would you still get shivers?
Yeah, it's quality. It's unbelievable. It's
just, when I think back to that entrance and The Rock was in the ring, like in
that 10 count. Yeah. But a lot of people actually don't like that because The Rock says, "Who in the blue hell are you?" has kind of buried him.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just...
Yeah, he still held his own. I mean, he wasn't going to win a verbal battle with The Rock on his debut. So, like, just the fact that they paired them up against each other on his debut was kind of good
for him, yeah.
Yeah.
Remembers it. So, it worked out for the best. Like, so,
yeah.
People bitch,
oh, they do.
for whatever, like, yeah.
His name was actually inspired, lads, by a metal band. So that's where we got Jericho from.
Just before we, just before we go, right? Just talk about his thing with Christian.
Yeah.
There. Yeah, like that tag team they did there in 02-03.
That was late in 02. They were decent.
Yeah, they kind of bounced off.
Didn't last that long though, did
it? Till 04 when they had the match at WrestleMania 20.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Did it last that long?
Yeah.
Like them as an actual team.
Yeah, because they had the match against Trish and Lee. Had the mixed tag match.
No. I remember the feud, and I remember they were Raw Tag Champions for a while as well, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, but fucking hell, I didn't realize
I think it was on and off. I think it was on and off.
Yeah, I think it was. I remember them doing something around like No Mercy 2002. Or no.
Yeah, you're right.
So, but I really liked.
That's the one where Chris almost got seriously injured. The No Mercy 02. Do you remember when he went for the move and the ropes snapped?
I actually remember. I got a flashback. I only seen that last year on YouTube, actually.
Yeah. Like, he was lucky he didn't kill himself.
Yeah, I remember that. There was a big investigation into that as well.
Yeah.
Their WrestleMania 20 match was really underrated as well. I thought that was excellent. That was a big shock, actually, when Trish turned on him. I didn't see that coming at all. That match is really, really, really good. There was one I was going to bring up there as well. Actually, keep going. I'm after losing it. But
I was just going to say, like, he's the inventor of the Money in the Bank match, but he's never won it.
Yeah, that's true. And do you ever come across his books, lads? He's got some books, obviously, The Undisputed. Noah's a 4-letter. The best in the world, A Lion's Tale.
Yeah, I have the first two. I've read the first one. I haven't read the second one yet.
Yeah, there's nothing he can't do. Like, sing. You know what I mean? He's a really big band, obviously wrestle and be one of the greats. Obviously he's good on camera. I want to see Chris be in a couple of movies. I want to see him play.
He's actually been in the new Kevin Smith film recently.
Yeah, but which one's that? Is that
Silent Bob and Jane Silent Bob Strike Back?
Like, I'm surprised because he's got that character.
Oh, yeah.
Very character. Like, do you think he could be in more movies maybe after wrestling?
Oh, yeah, he definitely could.
He's got that look.
100%.
Yeah.
I think that's the next logical thing for him to do, I think. Yeah, for sure. But I'd say my favorite, I was going to ask you what your favorite actual kind of time period of his is. Mine is definitely, that heel turn in 08-09.
Yeah.
I mean, that was... I think he eclipsed Undertaker and Triple H as my favorite for about that year or so.
Yeah, no,
I was even getting the highlights in my hair like him at that time.
Yeah.
He was unbelievable during that time. I mean, to really take him seriously as that killer heel, because he based it off of Javier Bardem's character from No Country for Old Men. That's kind of where he got the idea for that cerebral kind of character. And because Jericho's not a big guy or anything, he's kind of got that pretty boy kind of look. So to be able to do that and have people take it seriously is such a credit to him. I love that period of time.
I have a little question for you lads, right? Your dream Jericho match. So he's wrestled a lot of people, right? This is a really tricky question. It's the only time I'll ever put you on the spot, lads, right? But who would you like to see Jericho wrestle, past or present? And I'm going to start it off. I would have loved to see Jericho wrestle Owen Hart.
And I was going to say Bret Hart. Does he ever fought Bret Hart? I've watched a lot of WCW. I don't think he has.
Don't think so. Like, I know that Owen Hart inspired Jericho.
Yeah.
There's got to be some match. Jericho and Owen Hart.
It would have been unbelievable. I thought he said he fought.
I'm going to go in there.
I don't think so, lads. I don't think so. I know he's studying.
Not on anything significant anyway. Maybe in Stampede or somewhere, but nothing significant anyway, for sure.
But I would love to see a prime Bret Hart versus a prime Chris Jericho.
Oh, what a match.
Yeah, me too. But the one I was thinking, because I was actually going to ask that question as well, who I was thinking was not just for one match, but a whole program, because you think of the promos and everything else. Jericho versus Macho Man. I think would have been amazing.
Yeah. I can he's not wrestled Owen or Bret.
Okay.
And he isn't.
Really? Wow.
Macho Man. Yeah, he's never. In a message he put up last year, he said he wished that he got to wrestle Bret and Owen Hart. So Macho Man would have been savage. Jesus, imagine Macho Man and Randy Orton. Oh.
Yeah, but the thing about Macho Man, the thing it would have to be Macho Man in like the late 80s.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. The two of them in their prime. I mean, that would have been some pretty sweet stuff. Steamboat would have been another amazing one as well. Steamboat versus Jericho.
They had that match.
But I mean like prime Steamboat versus prime
Jericho. Yeah.
Steamboat still had it then as well. What a man.
No, they were still really good. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. Like, because like even at the period of his career that Steamboat was at, the match was still quality. So can you imagine what it would have been like in their primes against in Steamboat's prime? It would have been
just
amazing
before we go,
stuff.
right?
Even Hogan.
Yeah. Just before we go, what are your thoughts on the feud with AJ Styles?
Jericho and AJ.
Yeah,
I liked it. Even with Kevin Owens, I liked it. I think the one with Kevin Owens.
Oh yeah, we got to mention that. We have to mention that. The list is just one of the best things he's done in the last 5 years.
Jericho could do anything else. They could bring him back in the morning, and he'd you know what I mean.
The problem is if they brought him back, he'd be doing that list rubbish, and he doesn't want to do that anymore.
I'm doing the list. But him and Kevin Owens had a great feud. Obviously, the one with AJ. Put anyone against AJ in it, and it's going to be good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's.
I think they did it a bit premature, though.
But I also think it's the feud that changed Vince's mind on AJ.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
So you have Chris the Tank.
See the mean streak in AJ.
Yeah, you have to Chris the Tank for that.
Yeah, no, we do. Lads, yet again, it's been a great episode. We've been lucky enough to do an Undertaker special. We've done a Bret Hart special, which is going to air. You know what I mean? It's Jericho will go down as one of the greatest. In my opinion, he's top 5. He's a man that I really want to meet. You know, I know I'll meet him at some stage in my life. 30 years, obviously, he's been incredible since day one. Still to this day, at 49 years of age, he's still incredible. All Elite Wrestling, very creative, always in good storylines.
Yeah.
Obviously, a future WWE Hall of Famer. There's no doubt about it. I don't think Vince will ever, stop that. He will be the main guy to, he's going to headline that Hall of Fame when he's in it.
And just one last thing before we go. Very brief. What did you think of Lionheart?
Yeah, I think he was brilliant as Lionheart.
Yeah, no, just because we didn't mention it at the start. It's just that kind of transition from 1994 to 96 is kind of really what brought him out into the next level where you know what I mean?
Well, he was always a good cruise. Like, you remember he was always going to cruise away into certain, companies. Like, I can never recall Jericho being in a bad match. And that's the truth. Like, I think he's up there as one of the most technically gifted wrestlers of all time. You know what I mean? I know, there's certain matches where people get injured and this and that, but like, just as such a clean wrestler, like, you know what I mean? He's never really at fault for anything, really,
Yeah.
Gifted.
Yeah, his consistency is, there's very few on his level when it comes to consistency and reinvention, you know. Taker is probably the
did he ever have a feud? He never had a proper feud with Taker, did he?
No.
Just kind of sporadic matches here and there.
Yeah.
It's a pity.
It's a pity. Yeah, they'd have done really good stuff against each other for sure.
Yeah.
Lads, yet again, thank you for another cool episode. Jericho, 30 years. This will air tonight, I believe. So we're going to have it out tonight. And it's going to air before the 30-year special as well and all of these. So yeah, it's only right. So make sure you give it a share. It's going to be trending with the help of God. Yet again, check out WrestleSlam on YouTube. Check out our Undertaker special, our Jericho special. We have Davey Boy Smith's daughter. She was lovely. She's obviously the Bulldog's daughter. That will come up in another week or so. Jonathan and Phil, thank you very much for tuning in and joining me as always. I love you to bits. You know what I mean? You're the heart and soul of WrestleSlam. Matt Murphy's gone on another cruise. He's had enough of COVID-19 and he's fucked off to Spain. So Matt just doesn't want to be here. He wants to travel the world again. He's got many wives around the world, and Matt's Matt. He's a legend. He will be back next week though. Lads, thank you very much for joining me today, and we'll see you soon.
Yep.
All right. See you, Jared. See you, Phil.
See you later.